Well, a second-tier Brazilian soccer team has come under fire for signing a new goalkeeper. Bruno Fernandes de Souza was convicted of ordering the murder of his ex-girlfriend and then having her body fed to his dogs in 2010. The player was sentenced to 22 years in prison in 2013.
But last month, after serving just a fraction of his sentence, he was released on a technicality. Bruno was then swiftly signed by a club called Boa Sport. Beatriz Correa is international editor of TV Bandeirantes, and she joins us now via Skype from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Good to see you.
Hello, DeMarco.
All right, the team Boa Sport is not backing down from their choice to hire Bruno, and they weren't the only team that wanted him. What is behind their decision?
Well, basically, they are betting on the slow pace of our justice system because they signed a 2-year contract with Bruno. But he could be in jail anytime because he's out with an habeas corpus, he's out with an appeal. So if the justice send him again back to prison, they would be without a goalkeeper. They would have to find another goalkeeper. But right now, Boa Sport is betting on the slow pace of our justice system. And Bruno is now training, and he should be ready to play with his new team within 40 days.
Beatriz, how is this decision to sign Bruno being received in Brazil?
With a lot of outrage in the city, of course, in all of Brazil. It's being received with a lot of outrage, but especially in Varginha. It's a city in Minas Gerais where he's now training. And women protested in the city. And also this club, they lost a lot of sponsors. The website, the Boa Sport website, was hacked. And these hackers, they put information about violence against women in place. So it's been received with a lot of outrage because it's been now 4 sponsors have dropped the team already, and seeing a convicted murderer being asked to take selfies with children, it's really outraging.
And speaking of children, Bruno shared a son with his ex-girlfriend Beatriz, and he has said he intends to seek custody. What is the latest on that?
Yes, actually now the child is with the grandparents, and when the murder happened, he was only 4 years old. So now he's going to ask custody, but it's really, really impossible for him to be granted that right, because during trial, he recognized that Elisa is dead, but he said he didn't do it, he didn't order that, but it's almost impossible.
Beatriz, we know that Amnesty International has reported that violence against women in Brazil has increased by more than 24% just over the last decade. Are women speaking out in Brazil against this hiring of Bruno on the team?
Yes, as I said, a lot of women went to the streets in Varginha when he was announced as goalkeeper of Boa Sport. And a lot of pressure has been happening here, most because of the International Women's Day the last week. For example, we have here a law called Maria da Penha. It's been 10 years since the Congress approved that law, and today this law protects women all over Brazil. It's a really important law recognized by the United Nations. And last week, the international airport of Rio de Janeiro changed its name only for 10 days, but it's like a recognition of the importance of this law. And they changed the name of the airport from Tom Jobim to Maria da Penha. Maria da Penha was named after the airport because she's a women's rights activist who was abused by her husband, and she became an activist since then, and we have a law named after her today.
All right, Beatriz Correa, thank you so much for your insight on this disturbing story. Thank you.
You're welcome.